The Center for Disease Control is telling states to prepare for a large-scale distribution of a coronavirus vaccine by November 1st. A letter from the CDC director says they contracted the pharmaceutical company McKesson to potentially distribute hundreds of millions of doses this fall. Colorado's Joint Information Center says they started working on a distribution plan over the summer. Would you be ready to get a COVID-19 vaccine this fall? We want to know. Let us know on social media. You can use the hashtag #MileHighMornings. And some questions on people's minds this morning is, how will vaccine distribution work and who could be the first to get it? Alexandra Lewis connects the dots.
A safe and effective COVID-19 vaccine by year's end is possible, says Dr. Fauci. It just depends on the clinical trials. If there's an early indication of overwhelming success of a vaccine, a trial could be legitimately ended early. The same could be said, though, if there's an overwhelming failure of a vaccine. As for who might get it first, the National Academies of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine recommends releasing it in 4 phases. Healthcare workers, first responders, older adults, and people with health conditions that increase their risk would be first. Phase 2, that would include teachers, essential workers, and people staying in homeless shelters or prisons. Young adults and children would get the vaccine in the 3rd phase, and the final phase would be, well, everybody else. Keep in mind, when a vaccine is approved, initial supplies will be limited, hence the need for a phased distribution. And that's connecting the dots. I'm Alexandra Lewis for Mile High Mornings.
Definitely a lot to think about. And again, we want to know, will you be ready to get that COVID-19 vaccine this fall if it's in fact ready? We're having the conversation this morning using that hashtag #MileHighMornings. So looking at your answers, most of you say you don't really trust how quickly the vaccine is being developed. Wendy says if it's gone through proper trials and testing, then yes, she would. Otherwise, no. And Chandra says there just hasn't been enough clinical trials. So keep weighing in.